gotta do, gotta be what God wants me to be. Nothing else matters except for His will and His way. I made up my mind, I will follow Him always to my destiny. Good morning and welcome to Woman with Tammy Tubbs. I'm so excited that you're joining me today, and I have a special guest, the one that is dear to my heart. She's a sister, and she's actually one of my marketing specialists. When I have a need, I pick up the phone and I say, hey, this is what I need to get done, and she does it. So I want to introduce to you my sister, my friend, and I tell you, she's one of a kind, Miss Tennille Lene Love. Good morning, Neil. How are you?
Good morning, Tammy.
Thank you for joining me. Now, with the industry the way that it is right now, a lot of people are trying to open new businesses, they're becoming entrepreneurs, and they're finding their way into a different direction. They're leaving their 9-to-5 jobs, they're just exploring. Mm-hmm. And with you being a branding, marketing, specialist, what advice would you give to someone as far as marketing their business right now?
I think with a lot of new businesses, the thing that happens is people will set out their budgets. Mm-hmm. And within their budgets, they have it set aside for inventory, bills, payroll, all of those great things. But they overlook marketing, thinking, I don't really need marketing. If I put this here, people will come. I know a lot of people. And that's where people make mistakes. Marketing, when you're starting out to do a new business, you should set aside probably about no less than 65% of your budget for marketing.
Wow.
Because that's the biggest thing, and people don't look at it that way, but it is very important. Your brand is what it is, and your brand represents you. So whether it's your logo, whatever it is, take the time and really put detail into that. It's the same way you can kind of look at Coca-Cola. You don't have to see Coca-Cola, but mm-hmm. you see the wave and you know what it is. Mm-hmm. So mm-hmm. that's probably the most important thing about marketing. It becomes who you are, and that's what people recognize you by.
So why should one really take 65%? Like you said, that's a high number. Somebody may be saying, are you serious? Mm-hmm. Why 65% as far as marketing? Are you trying to leave a lasting impression, or what's the significance of it?
Well, it depends on the industry that you're in, but you would put aside so much for marketing because you can have a great product, mm-hmm. but if no one knows it exists, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
So if you can reach your target demographic, get the word out to them, then those are the people that you need to bring in. But if you don't spend money on print media, commercials, whether it's internet marketing, whatever it is that you do, people have to see it. And if they don't see it, you could sit there all day long with a great product.
And no one will ever know it.
No one will ever know it exists.
So how important is grassroots? I've heard most people say, well, you know what? At the end of the day, grassroots is what really is more important, or word of mouth. How important is that?
Word of mouth is the number one. Mm-hmm. Word of mouth is the best marketing you can have. Grassroots, I always say it's good to go back to grassroots, and grassroots actually is when you're actually out, you're talking to people. People are out passing out doing footwork, mm-hmm. passing out the cars, those mm-hmm. type of things. Marketing has changed a lot with the internet age, and the thing that happens is everybody wants to run to the internet. I'll get a website. Yeah. But who even knows your website's there? Mm-hmm. It's 1 trillion websites, and you could key yours in all day. It can be there, but if no one is specifically looking for you and your SEO rates are not high, mm-hmm. no one knows that you're there. So grassroots is very important to get out and actually touch people. So
what other means would I be able to increase, I guess you could say, the knowledge that I exist as a business owner?
There are a lot of webinars, different companies that provide webinars that you can go to. Just a lot of reading. Everything is research. A lot mm-hmm. of things that you learn in school, somebody can say, well, you just go to school and learn this. You don't really put those things into action. It's what you learn when you're actually out there in the field and you're experiencing it. So research, go online, do search for webinars that have to do with marketing trends mm-hmm. and different things that are custom to your industry.
Okay, let's go to branding.
Okay.
As far as branding, how important is color? Because I know when you think of McDonald's, you think of the golden arches, mm-hmm. the color, they're bright, the red, mm-hmm. they attract children. Right. So I guess based on your business, how important is a signature color?
It is very important. That brand is, again, how people recognize you. So if you're catering to women, You want to have those feminine colors because we already know this has something to do with a woman. I love your brand. If you throwing the pinks, the reds, the purples, the glitzy and glamour, you kind of know it's geared towards women. So that's very important. When you're dealing with children, primary colors attract them. If you're dealing with, the elderly community, things that attract them, it just depends on the industry you're in. So your color, not even your color, your font that you use. A lot of people like cursive letters. But really, whenever I'm working with someone on a brand, I kind of steer them away from that. Because when you start to do the print work on it, it kind of changes in dynamics, depending on whether it's online or it's in print. So you just have to be careful with those things.
And you want to make sure that it's always legible, that your viewer, your audience, or those that are interested in your business, that they can actually read
that they can recognize it.
And read and know exactly. You don't want that simple mistake that could cost you millions of dollars to take place.
And if you're doing a tagline, no matter what you're writing, if you're typing out a paragraph and it's a program or something you're doing, I kind of tell people steer away from the cursive letters because you want your reader to be able to, as soon as they see it, it pops. Not have to decide whether that's a cursive M or N. So those things are very important.
Now let's go to the music industry. What I failed to let my viewers know that you are a native of Starkville, Mississippi. However, you are residing right now is what they call Hot Atlanta, Georgia.
Well, we have to say Crawford because I don't want to catch that. She's from Crawford. She's not from Starkville, so
yes,
Crawford.
You are. A cross between because on that borderline, I should say.
Yes, that borderline. I went to more so.
Amen. But the thing that I want to really go into is the music industry. When you think of Atlanta, everything is moving, is shifting, and you can really get caught up in the moment and lose your identity trying to imitate someone else's business, trying to go into a business venture that God didn't tell you to do, and you lose a lot of money and insight of who you really are. So when you think of Atlanta, you think of music, videos, where dreams come true, kind of like a black Hollywood in a sense. So with the music, if somebody is saying, I want to get into this music business, as far as branding, what advice would you give them?
Wow. Yes. Actually, my background comes from the music industry. That's what I did for about 9 or 10 years until I just got fed up with music and people and everybody being the next big hit. Everybody thinks they're next. The thing with music right now, where it has gone, it's hard. And nobody comes to Atlanta and becomes an overnight success. When you're branding yourself for music, you have to find something that sets you aside from the next person. Everybody sings, everybody raps. What's different about your rap? And it's not even about how great you are, it's timing. And I tell anybody that what God has for you is for you, and it'll happen when the time comes. And if it's not your time, it's just not your time. So before I would come into Atlanta thinking I'm the next big hit, I would definitely do my homework, see what's going on, see what the industry is looking for right now. A lot of the majors are looking, they have what they're looking for. And you just may not be it at the time. When Lady Gaga got started, the first person she went to was L.A. Reid, and he told her music sucked and she didn't have the look and all of that great stuff. But look at her now. She got with Akon and it's her time. So regardless of how weird she may be to some of us, it's her time, and that's what God obviously has for her right now. So you just have to find that signature that's you and be true to who you are. And from what I've seen in the industry, I would encourage people to just stay true to who you are. Don't let anything or anybody change you or make you someone that you're not. You always have to respect and love yourself, and don't do things that are outside of what you would ordinarily do, because you become a different person, and I've seen that happen.
You do, and that's why I love and appreciate you. You're always you. You never try to imitate anyone else, from the hair, the color. You've always been you. It's like, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I mean, keep it moving. And I love that so much about you. And so when I found out that you were actually into marketing and branding, I was like, that's her. She's a social butterfly to help pull out what the best in these women, because most of the time as women, we don't know how to make it work. And so you have to surround yourself with, I call it, ideal people. If you're the largest person in the group, it's time for you to expand your territory to get some women of wisdom around you, because you need sisters that can help you. And so I'll tell anyone when I'm trying to move forward, it's like, okay, I need to get Tennille on the phone right now. Because you need to make sure that you're making the quality decision when your paperwork, when your proposal goes forward, that the words are legible, that the colors are right, that when they finish it, it stands out and they remember your name. So I'm sure in marketing, you want to leave something on their mind, the last thought, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that lasting impression, you have to do that. And a lot of times people will say, well, your first impression is your only impression. It's not your only impression. It's just the first impression, but you still have to stand out.
So with that being said, how would you really tell someone right now who's working on a marketing strategy, a plan, a business plan? Look into the camera right now and just give them some PowerPoints of how to really put this together and make it work for them.
What I would suggest you do, you definitely want to determine who your target market is. Determine what things they're like and what you expect your return on your investment to be. You want to do some research, poll the community, poll those people you're reaching out to and see what their desires are, what their wants are, and whether there's even a need for what you're trying to do. And I think that if people do that, that's going to be your best bet at moving forward, because then you have direction. We have great ideas, but a lot of times people aren't ready for them.
And it's almost like in the timing of knowing when to move out. God gives us God ideas, but it's always timing and preparation. Just like with Woman to Woman television and radio, it was a vision 5 years ago that I saw, and I was like, wow, I can't do this in North Carolina. Move to Atlanta. No, I cannot do this in Atlanta. Too much. A major distraction in a sense. And then he'll say, Mississippi, are you serious? But there's a place, a time, location. Timing is everything.
That is true.
And so that's why I really wanted you to come on and just impart some wisdom as far as those people who are looking, who've been waiting, and some of those that are still debating, should I not, and what steps do I take? Hey guys, we'll be right back with Miss Tennille, Lene Love, and the Sample Lounge. I'll see you all very soon.
Living in this world ain't easy. It can seem hard.
we're back here with Miss Tennille, Lene Love, and the Sample Lounge. Now, that's actually your company, the Sample Lounge. Tell us a little bit about that and the location.
The Sample Lounge is actually an online business. We are a branding and marketing company. We work with healthy and natural beauty and skincare products.
Okay.
Mostly all personal care products, so we provide branding for them. But we also provide education, workshops, and seminars for consumers about the toxins in our natural, in our personal care products and how they're related to cancer, respiratory disease, and other ailments.
Now, you actually have a passion for it, and I'm just going to say makeup because I've received telephone calls. You are killing yourself, Tammy. You don't need to use those skincare products. Now, give me a little bit more insight of why I should not use products that I will not name that have the, as you call it, toxins.
Okay. Well, when we break it down, almost everything we use daily is a chemical. Some toxins are harmful. There are other chemicals that are not. So a lot of people get that mixed up when they say chemicals. So we'll clear that up from the beginning.
Okay.
When I say harmful toxin, we talk about the carcinogens and the parabens that are found in our makeup, our toothpaste. We have products in our toothpaste that are in garage floor cleaners. I work a lot with the Campaign for Safe Cosmetics. I have a really good relationship with them, and what we've been trying to do, the campaign, of course, leading the way is to get legislation passed, because the FDA, the U.S. government, nothing regulates what can be placed in our personal care products. You could put turpentine and gasoline in a bottle, say it's body wash, and not have to put the ingredients on there. No one regulates that. So what has happened over time is these products, they go into our bodies, even with the formaldehyde in our relaxers. You're basically embalming your brain. And what happens is over time, you're a walking landfill because you're putting these things into your body. The average female probably uses about 36 different products a day between getting up in the morning and going to bed at night, not knowing what you're putting into your body. Johnson & Johnson, we all use that with our babies. They are one of the products or one of the companies that have the highest number of toxins. It's in our baby wash.
Not no more tears.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
And it's what the doctor recommended or something. But think about it. Why does the government care about us in that way? And I hate to sound like that, but if they know these products, some of these products have ingredients that are harmful for us, and they're not doing anything to regulate it, that keeps the doctors in business, the insurance companies stay in business. So why care about you getting healthy? So what the campaign is doing is trying to get legislation passed where we follow suit like the European companies and the Canadian companies, where everything is regulated and they have to go through a so many point process to determine what ingredients are in here, to have them tested, all of those things. Another thing when people get messed up is when we say natural products and organic products. A product can say organic, and that's because it has an organic product in it. But that product can be just as harmful as the next thing.
Oh, wow.
So with my company, what we try and do is to really educate consumers. And the biggest thing is African American women of color, we're the last ones to get the information. And there has actually been amounts of harmful toxins found in biopsies taken from breast cancer and brain tumors, which is the same amount that might be in your shampoo, the sulfate in our shampoo, even the aluminum in our deodorant has been known to cause breast cancer. So birth defects, all of those things can be contributed. And what I do is I encourage people to visit the Campaign for Safe Cosmetics website, visit the environmental work group, it's ewg.org. They have a database where you can type in your soap, your toothpaste, and it brings up a chart where everything is listed from 1 to 10, what's harmful, what illnesses it has been related to, all of those things. So that is something that is very dear to my heart, and I'm actually working on a couple of tours right now. One, we're planning to do a salon tour that will jump off the end of September, and we're looking for 20 salons in all 50 states, where we're going to distribute sample packs out to be distributed to their clients. And for brands, people who say, well, I have a shea butter, I have my own lotion that I create in my kitchen, those are the people that I'm looking for.
Okay.
They can't afford to be in Target or to be in Walmart. And a lot of times when products get big and they become commercial, they end up trying to save money. So that's how a lot of those parabens and those different things get added into the product, because now they need to stretch it and mass produce.
Oh, wow.
So I'm looking for that mom, pop, that small business who isn't making $500,000 in revenue a year. Those are who I want to help. And if I can help them reach their target demographic, then I feel like I've done something.
So someone who's watching right now and is like, I need to contact her, give me your contact information now and website.
You can find the website. It's www.thesamplelounge.com. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/TSL on FB. And our contact number is pretty simple. It's 347-I'll-try-one or 347-455-8791.
Oh, I love it. Okay, I want to go back to this because I heard workshops. So you do workshops as well?
Yes, I do. I actually have a team of people that I work with. One of the people that I work with is Lamique Beauty. Is black owned, but she works with people of all nationalities. She has a makeup line that is all natural. It's mineral makeup, different types, something for everyone, but it's a really great contrast, and the color, I've seen her match perfectly with a lot of women of color. That's another problem we have, but her products are all natural, no toxic chemicals. She has the foundation, lip gloss, everything. I also have an esthetician that I work with that has her own skincare line, and it's really good. She works with like Monique, Sean Garrett, a lot of the entertainers, so that beautiful skin that comes from Skinucation. And Veronica works with me a lot. What we do in this workshop is called Make Me Over, and we want to address the things that we as women need. And we have some men that come out. I've done some workshops just for men, but what we do is we want to make you over physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. So we also have a financial person that goes with us sometimes. But the thing of it is, everybody wants to start with what's inside. We start with what's outside because that's what people see first. And when you look good, you feel good.
That's definitely true. I want to personally invite the Make Me Over team we're having in November, Woman to Woman, free to be who God created me to be. Because so many times, like I said earlier in the program, we lose sight of who we are designed to be. Well, I like your hair color, so I'm going to try that. And so in this conference, we're going to go from the caterpillar and develop into the butterflies. And every butterfly is, as you know, different. It's totally different. The color, the shape, the design, the patterns, and they flutter differently. And so we want to make sure that you all are incorporated to be able to help these women, those that are in need of help financially, spiritually, emotionally, and then from the outside in. Because I love how you said you go from the outside, because that's what people, that's more visible.
Right.
And so if you look good, you do feel better.
Right.
And then the way you walk, the sachet, the smile, it's amazing how sometimes you can put on a new dress and it's like, I don't know, it's like something just took over me. Yeah, it's called confidence.
Right, you feel completely different.
Yeah, it's confidence. So am I receiving a yes on the air?
Of course you are, Tammy. Anything for you.
I just wanted to make sure that it was recorded. It was definitely recorded. Okay, any lasting words that you want to leave with someone who's trying to market their business, brand who they are right now in this, as some people call it a recession, but we know that God's people, we don't live in a recession.
Right.
So any comments that you want to leave with them right now?
Like I said before, I would just encourage you to know your target demographic, have a clear idea of what you're doing. A lot of times we want to be all over the place. Figure out what that one thing is, and what I try to encourage people to do, if you have 3 things that you want to do, find the one that's going to create the bigger return and start with that one, and everything else will flow. But before going into it, you just have to pray about it and allow God to lead you into it. A lot of times we miss our callings and we never get a chance to find our personal legend. But when you pay attention to the things that are going on around you, you just always want to make sure that you've prayed about it and that you're taking direction and moving. A lot of times we have questions. We don't know. But I think if we watch the signs around us, we always grow when we don't even think we're growing. And I encourage people to do what I do. I don't look at anything as a stumbling block. It's a stepping stone to get me. But there may have been a lesson in it. So I would just encourage you to have a clear direction of where you're going, what it is you want to do, and know that it's meant for you.
Awesome. I think that's more than enough. It's never, like you say, a stumbling block. You move forward, learn the lesson from it, and never look back to it. All right, you guys, I know that you have been empowered, informed, and more importantly, educated on how you can move forward into the best things that God has designed for you. Go visit thesamplelounge.com and do give Tennille a call. Again, what's that contact number?
347, I'll try one, or 347-455-8791.
And if you do have products that you're cooking in the kitchen, soap, lotions, deodorant, give her a call. You never know.
Right.
The best is yet to come.
We make it affordable from $50 to $5,000. We try and work with everyone's budget.
Oh, wow. All right. I love you. I'll see you next Sunday morning, 7 a.m. God bless, and know that no weapon formed against you shall prosper.
Living in this world ain't easy. It can seem hard sometimes. Sometimes people don't feel me, and it's hard.